Dormition. Dormition means falling asleep, and it is the traditional Eastern Christian belief about Mary's death. In this view, Mary died a natural, peaceful death surrounded by the apostles, and her body was later taken into heaven by God. The term emphasizes that her death was calm and holy rather than tragic, similar to how early Christians sometimes describe the deaths of saints. Assumption. The assumption is the belief that Mary was taken body and soul into heaven. In Roman Catholic teaching, defined as doctrine in 1950, the Church states that Mary was assumed into heaven at the end of her earthly life. The doctrine does not officially say whether she died first, leaving open both possibilities, that she died and was raised, or that she was taken without dying. Jerusalem tradition. One ancient tradition says Mary spent her final years in Jerusalem. According to this view, she died there and was buried near the Mount of Olives. A tomb identified as the Tomb of Mary in the Kidron Valley has long been a pilgrimage site connected with this belief. Ephesus tradition. Another tradition says Mary lived in Ephesus, in modern-day Turkey, with the Apostle John. This belief comes from early Christian writings and later visions reported by mystics. A small house near Ephesus is today honored as the place where Mary may have lived her final years. Early Christian writings. Some of the earliest stories about Mary's death come from texts written in the first few centuries of Christianity, often called the Transitus Mariae, or Passing of Mary. These writings describe the apostles gathering miraculously to witness her death and her body being taken to heaven shortly afterward. Eastern Orthodox belief. In Eastern Orthodox Christianity, Mary definitely died before being taken into heaven. The Church celebrates the Feast of the Dormition, teaching that she died like any human but was soon resurrected and taken bodily into heaven by Christ. Catholic belief. The Catholic Church teaches the assumption but does not officially state whether Mary died. Many Catholic theologians believe she did die first, following the long-standing Christian tradition, but the doctrine intentionally leaves that detail undefined. Protestant perspectives. Most Protestant traditions do not have an official doctrine about Mary's death or assumption. Since the Bible does not describe the end of her life, many Protestants simply say that Scripture is silent about how or when Mary died. Historical uncertainty. Historians note that there is no clear biblical or historical record describing Mary's death. The New Testament stops mentioning her after the early days of the Church, so later traditions developed to explain how her earthly life ended. Tomb of Mary tradition. A long-standing Christian tradition identifies a tomb in Jerusalem as Mary's burial place. Pilgrims have visited this site for centuries. According to the tradition, her tomb was later found empty, reinforcing the belief that she was taken into heaven.